Shadow DPS with you on the 4th of July. So I hope everyone is doing pretty good today. Hopefully you're out with your families, friends, celebrating our Independence Day. I am just out on the FZ10 today, so I take a quick ride. Had to drop some stuff off at in the mailbox here at the post office, and about to do a little riding and head back home before it gets too hot. And it's also supposed to rain a little later this afternoon, so might as well get the riding in now. So yeah, I've been gone for a bit over the last month. Wound up taking my youngest daughter to Europe for a vacation. She had a very rough year, and despite that, she managed to keep her 4.0 GPA, so she's a good kid. She's never been overseas. I spent a lot of time overseas when I was in the military, mostly temporary duties and that kind of thing, deployments. But she had never been overseas, so I asked her, hey, where would you like to go? She told me Japan. I don't know anything about Japan. I don't know how to get around Japan. So I said, hey, let's compromise. What about Europe? And she said, cool. She's always wanted to see Paris. So we flew out to Paris back in June. Paris was actually pretty awesome. It was very awesome. And the food was good. Went to a few little restaurants in downtown Paris. Ate outside at one of those outdoor cafes in Paris, and had a good time. Drunk some good wine, ate some good food, had some good conversations with a few folks there. And the Parisians aren't as stuck up as many people think they are. As long as you try to speak a little French, and my French is horrible, they'll talk to you. And had a good time. One thing I was amazed at with regards to Paris was the number of motorcycles, the number of scooters in that city. I mean, it's nothing but scooters and motorcycles. And it was refreshing to see. I mean, you see people in their suits going to work, commuting to work on their little scooters or motorcycles. I mean, everywhere you look, you've seen two-wheel vehicles. And it was refreshing. So I'm not sure what the rationale is for that. I'm not sure what the reason is for the high number of scooters in Paris. Could be the parking. The parking over there sucks. So you see motorcycles and scooters pretty much parked on the sidewalks or in the open areas downtown. Just parked anywhere, really, because parking is pretty non-existent in Paris. But bottom line is, it was good. It was really good to see. Bottom line is, it was really good to see so many motorcycles and scooters in such a big city. But the hotel was pretty nice. It was really small. And kind of forgot how small the European hotels were. But it was a really nice, clean hotel in central Paris. And it was close to one of the main train terminals. It was close to a lot of good restaurants and shops and grocery stores. So it was very convenient. Had a good time there. We wound up going to the Louvre, and we saw Venus de Milo. We saw the Mona Lisa. We saw a lot of different things there, which I will never forget. Such a good time. The Louvre, you need to dedicate at least 2 days to go to the Louvre to see everything. I mean, it's just so much to see there. So much to see. When it comes to sculptures, art, you name it. I mean, it's just so much to see. After that, we went over to the Eiffel Tower, took some pictures over there. We had lunch. Lunch in the Eiffel Tower in that little restaurant was actually pretty good. It was pretty decent. And what else did we see? We saw Notre Dame. We went by Versailles. Didn't really go in, but it was pretty cool to see. And yeah, I mean it was a very good time. So after Paris, we went over to Prague in the Czech Republic. Prague is absolutely a very cool city. Oh my God, very cool city. The architecture, the culture, the food, the beer was pretty good. It was such a good time. It was an awesome time. Had an awesome time in Prague. Only negative was the number of tourists there. I mean, it was just a tremendous amount of tourists there. And of course, we traveled to Prague in June. A lot of kids out of school, so I mean, what do you expect? Lots of tourists. So if you're thinking about going to Prague, try going during the off season because it was just packed. But yeah, man, the food there was awesome. Had a great time. Took a lot of good pictures, which I still need to download from my Nikon. And then after that, we went down to Rome. We stayed in Rome for the most part. I wasn't really all that enamored with Rome. I mean, yeah, there's a lot to see, a lot of history, a lot of ruins, that kind of thing. The food was okay. Wasn't as good as I thought it would be. The city of Rome itself is pretty dirty. A lot of pickpockets. You know, that petty crime. But it was okay. I would never go back to Rome, but it was okay. We did spend one day in Tuscany, which was maybe 2 hours north. We went about 2 hours north of Rome or so. And we stopped by a couple of wineries, went to a couple of small towns. And that was actually fun. We had a good time in Tuscany. Had a very good time in Tuscany. The food was awesome. The architecture was beautiful. The landscape was breathtaking. The wine was outstanding. The people were much friendlier out there. And I would go back to Tuscany again in other parts of Italy. But Rome, I wasn't very crazy with Rome. One of these days, I want to ship my bike over to Europe and just do like a month-long, 2-month-long touring over there. One of these years. We'll see. But all in all, it was a good trip. Hopefully it's something that my daughter will remember when she gets older. And like I said, she's a good kid. Had a pretty tough year. Good student. But I just wanted to show her a good time before she gets too old and have some father-daughter time. But anyway, I'm back here in the U.S., ready to do some riding. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's the 4th of July. I'm out here on Highway 16, which leads you out to Bandera, Texas, Kerrville, and a few other places out west. But yeah, just having a good time on the bike here today. Probably do some twisties real quick and head back home. PR37. What a fun road, I tell you. Alright. Yeah, I think there's a view off this road here where you can actually see the lake. Pretty good view of the lake from this road here. See if I can find it, the turn off for it. Let you guys see the beautiful Medina Lake. It's been very dry here in South Texas for the past several weeks. So we've got a burn ban. We have water restrictions. It is not good. So hopefully we will get some rain today and tomorrow, because we need it. There it is. Do you see it? You probably can't see it from here, especially with this camera. Let me go up a little further. Yeah, baby. Yeah, everybody is out with their ski-doos. Let me pull off over here. Check out the scenery. There you go. Can you see the lake from here? Beautiful view. Beautiful view. And a lot of people are going to be on the lake today. I'm sure this cantina is going to be packed later, full of drunken bikers. A lot of bikers come here to enjoy the live music and camaraderie and all that. Let's go down a little bit further. See if we can get a little closer look at the lake. Road gets kind of bumpy, but it's all good. It's all part of the adventure. Go check out the lake. Usually when I ride down here, I take the Super Tenere, but man, I hadn't ridden that bike in a freaking month, I think. More than a month. Because of this trip. I've got to get on the ST sometime within the next day or so. Do some checks, check the oil, check my tire pressure, my controls, make sure everything's good before I take it out. Got it on a battery tender, so the battery should be good. Yeah, the Super Tenere is by far my favorite bike, but this bike here is so much fun to ride. So fun to ride. All right, so we're going to go a little closer here to see what we can see in terms of the Medina Lake. I'm sure there are already a lot of people out. It's after 10 o'clock, so I'm sure got some people out already enjoying the good weather this morning, even though it's going to rain later. I think it's only like a 30 or 40% chance of isolated showers, so it's not that bad. My limit to riding, if there is a 30 or 40% or greater chance of scattered showers, I usually don't ride unless I'm on a trip. Then I got no choice but to ride in order to get to my destination or back home. Let's see, which way do I want to go? Is it here? I'm not sure if it was there or what. Or is it here? All right, let's go down here. Check this out. I think this is the right turn off. Get thirsty. Should have brought some more water. Oh, look at the lake. It's pretty. Very blue today. Yeah, there it is. Medina Lake, folks. Medina Lake. Let's see how close we can get. Now, people giving me a hard time. There we are. Medina Lake. People are already out on their boats. Got their ski-doos. Already having a good time. Yeah, this is nice. It's gorgeous out here. Take a picture of this. All right, that is beautiful here. It's gorgeous out here today. You know, one thing I never had in my life is a boat. I was stationed in Florida for 4 years. I had thought about getting a boat, but I just never did. So, all right, let me get on out of here. A lot of people out today, early in the morning, getting their 4th of July on. All right, I guess it's time to head back. Head back toward my home and cook me some breakfast, watch a little TV, and relax for the rest of the day. At any rate, YouTube, you guys enjoy the 4th. Be safe out there, and I will talk to you later. Peace.